we're asking everybody the same thing. What is your connection with Boston? Like, how long have you been here? What's your connection with the city?
That's a great question. Born and raised in Boston, Roxbury, Rowell. Literally, my first 17 years of my life was spent in Rowell. Before I moved anywhere else, I lived on Wayne Street, across from the street that I ended up growing up on, which is Castlegate. So that's my connection to Boston.
So I noticed you into that. I gotta talk about the fashion. So in Boston, right?
That's a good question. How do you want to?
No,
go ahead.
In Boston, there's a thing with fashion.
Yep.
It's not really talked about a lot, but I'm wondering, like, where did that come from? Like, when did, like, getting right and getting nice, like, where did that start for you?
I'm thinking that's a great question. So Boston has a real subtle but very, very, very defined style. Like, we're classic guys. We're Renaissance men. I would say, if I would describe pretty much how our style is, Renaissance. We have the same colors. They just manufacture different ways. So one of the things that I remember growing up was like, I watched the OGs in my neighborhood. They had certain styles, and it was like very conservative. Polos. It wasn't really loud, but if it was loud, it was purpose. It was with intent. It wasn't just some random. It was like with intent, like the hoodie would match the sneakers. The last flavor that survived next to Adidas in my neighborhood was Pumas. So I remember that being like one of the things that growing when I was in middle school, I wore Lottos, I wore Pumas, I wore Filas. In high school, I only wore Adidas and morphed. Some change like this.
So another question I have is, like, just traveling back when I remember Boston, when the highway was up above the ground, it felt like it was more black. When I would go to Dorchester, it felt like it was just black.
In my neighborhood, it's very diversified now. There's white people walking down the street, and I'd never even seen that.
It wasn't before, huh?
Never.
Right.
Never. It was all black people.
Yeah.
From Mission Hill to Dorchester.
Yeah.
If you had a white person in the hood, that means he was mulatto. That means he grew up in the hood. So he was like white, but at the same time he was hood, because he grew up in the hood. He didn't have a choice.
That was a great question. I was saying he should lead on that question, the one you just said, the previous question, because his neighborhood is like, you got these, the Gardner Museum, Museum of Fine Arts, all these prestigious colleges right next to his neighborhood. But you would not see any white people in the neighborhood until now. You understand what I'm saying? And he ain't lying. I'm like, damn, from Mission, Parker Street Lounge, all the way up to Grove Hall, past Mattapan, all the way, all black people. And you're right, it's changed. To me, it's good and bad. The bad part is that, my folks ain't there to really take advantage of how it got better. Because they should have been there to enjoy because they was in for the bad times. The other part of it is like, everybody's gonna have to grow now. So we have to grow together. And ultimately, I always say this to me, I say, everybody has a turn. Every community has a turn to be in those spaces that we was at. I'm just hoping that right now, my folks maximizing our next space, wherever it's at, home ownership, professionalism, commercial, real estate, whatever it is, as long as we maximizing it, because those people that came, my folks are from South Carolina. So my folks is black immigrants. You know what I'm saying? I say it like that facetiously, but they moved from down there up here to get a better job because it was crazy in South Carolina at the time. So I understand why folks come to get shit right, but everybody get a turn, and we got to make sure that our next turn, we got to maximize it. That's all. So with the change, it's all right, as long as we maximize our next turn.
So you sent me the flyer for the daddy-daughter dance.
Yes.
Did that happen already?
It did. Yep. It was good, man.
All right. I'm
it was
very
good.
sorry.
No, listen, man. There's so much stuff we doing.
Well, that was the next.
About your day job. Let him know what you do for work.
So what I do every day, every day. I love my people every day. But I work for a program called PowerCorps. What we do is we connect young people to really good careers in the green industry. One of the things that I want to focus on, like moving forward, is entrepreneurship. Because even with those jobs, I'm telling them, I'm like, damn. Even with those jobs, sometimes folks find a reason not to invite us in 100%. And we come with everything we need. You know, we come with ambition, we come with tenacity, we come with commitment, we come with education, for that matter. But they won't let us in 100%. So the only way we're gonna do it, I feel, in my opinion, is entrepreneurship. One of the things that, and this is gonna tie into what we talked about earlier, one of the things that was relevant, and I'm mad that I can't sell it to my grandson right now, is from his neighborhood all the way to my neighborhood, black businesses was all over that bad boy, killing it. I'm talking about killing it. I can't show my grandson that now, but I want to eventually like show him how I used to work, because that's what we had, huh?
And that's the whole heart of when we were talking about this and what we're trying to do here. Like, where are we? We're in the mix, right? Who's here? And really, like, the next event you're doing, how can we intentionally go? Not just go and show up. I think that was last year. Last year was showing up. This year is show up with your wallet. You get what I'm saying? Show up and invest into the people so we can create some infrastructure. So like you're saying, we can create real opportunities for these young people. Ain't no one else gonna do it. All these other people are looking after their young people.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's really up to us to build that out. And I'm just glad we have Dr. Rufus. I'm glad we got Mike Kerr. I'm glad we got you, because if we didn't have us, all the things we're dreaming of wouldn't be possible.
Absolutely.
And the one thing that I'm standing on is we all dream that one day we'd be out of our situations, we'd be free and thriving, and we achieved that. So now we gotta dream bigger.
I'm glad y'all brought us here tonight. I'm popping in because I was like, I gotta go. And I got it on a spinner. Like, somebody was like, yo, you know they doing something tonight. I said, what? Who? So it's my pleasure to be here. I know, I gotta work on it,
Yeah, I saw when we was at the Harvard HBCU game that you pledged.
Yes.
I've approached you about pledging culture.
Yes.
Because I believe that's gonna that culture, establishing that culture up here in Boston, is gonna save a lot of people to that next level you're talking about. How does that even work? Like, how do we build relationship? Because in the South, it's ingrained into the culture. Up here, it's not. So if people wanted to support, like, your chapter or other chapters, how would they even go about that?
Man, yo, Dennis, that's a great question. I'm a member of the Mega Sci-Fi Fraternity Incorporated, which is based right now. This one, Iota, which is from where we launched in Cambridge, but we're in Roxbury. One of the things that made me really think about doing that, I was in Atlanta for about 20 years, 18 years to be exact. But while I was down there, I seen how they was working together, making stuff happen. A lot of times that people said no to some of the movements they had, they funded their own movements. They made shit happen regardless. And I was like, man, and then the camaraderie was connected. Like, brothers should be connected in places where we are like that. You know what I'm saying? But this is a different way. Yo, if I need your help, man, you got mine. Not because of anything like I'm gonna pay you, because I gotta make sure you get your goal accomplished. And I saw that. That made me feel so rich that I was like, yo, when I came back home to Boston, I came back because my mom was sick. And when I came back, I was like, wow. I ran into one of my brothers that I went to school with, middle school with, actually high school with. And he was like, Omega, and he was like, yo, check it out. And I was like, wow. After seeing what he did and knowing what I known from Atlanta, I was like, that's something I'm interested in. Now, how it ties into what I understand, I'm from a big family. I'm from 6 boys, right? Literally, nephews and cousins living in the same house, big family. I'm from a neighborhood that's a big neighborhood, so I knew all of that stuff. How you connect with each other, how you help each other, how you hold each other down. I knew all that stuff. All I did was take one more layer and put on top of me. Because I'm a Rowell, and then I'm a Grove Hall dude, then I'm a Cascade dude, and then on top of that, I'm an Omega Sci-Fi. And I had to do all of that so that anybody that says to me, oh, you don't know, I do know. And I had to walk the walk. So that's really I took a long way to say that, but you got to walk the walk to really understand that it's all about that, man. Don't wonder what it is without being willing to sacrifice what it takes to understand what it is. So
Appreciate
I did that.
you.
Yep. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yep.
Appreciate you.
I'm getting in there. Sorry.
Appreciate you. Come on, man.
Yep.
It's all love, man.
All love.
Get dirty.